Howdy Earthlings, it's Friday night. I don't have to work in the morning, so it's time for a star party. I do apologize for the audio tonight. I am on the road. I am in Houston, Texas. I'm probably about 5 miles from the NASA Johnson Space Center and the Space Center Houston. Those are two different things. Space Center Houston is the official visitor center for the NASA Johnson Space Center. They don't allow visitors into the NASA Johnson Space Center, so they have Space Center Houston set up so people can come in and see all of the cool stuff that they've got going on over at Johnson. It used to be the actual control center. I have been there before for tours, and I did get to see the original Apollo 11 control center, so that was cool. I'll be going in the morning and taking some video and some pictures for y'all, as well as coming up with some ideas for some long-form videos for everyone. Just to give you an idea, and I do need to apologize for the wonky graphics ahead of time because I am working off of a single laptop. Also, the stream is going to be kind of short tonight because I've only got about an hour left of battery on my laptop. So let's go ahead and move over to... So this is about where I'm at. I'm at the Staybridge Suites, Houston, NASA Clear Lake. And over here is the parking for the Space Center. Here's Space Center Houston and NASA Mission Control Center. So as you can see, I'm probably about 5 miles away. Now I did have some videos queued up for y'all. My Wi-Fi is running off of the Wi-Fi on my phone right now because it is better than the hotel Wi-Fi. So I'm going to switch back to camera and show you what I've been doing. So as you can see, I do have Messier 29, the cooling tower, open star cluster already up on the screen. I started it probably about an hour ago, and I wanted to show you guys the difference between the Bortle 4.5 skies up in Liberty Hill and here in Houston. Depending where you're at in the city, it ranges between an 8 and a 9. Definitely 9 towards the center of the city, 8 closer here to the ocean where we are, or the Gulf of Mexico actually. So you can see there's a lot of light in the top corner of the picture. That is from the light pollution. I was considering throwing the light pollution filter on there, but then I decided I was going to show you the contrast between what the skies look like back at home versus what the skies look like here. So I'm going to switch back real quick, and I'm going to show you. So on the one side we have the untouched up photo that I took of Messier 29 back on July 12th. And you can see how that looks before I touched it up in Adobe Lightroom. On the other side, the stream from my tablet, that is our live picture right now. As you can see, like I said, I started this about an hour ago. And you can see that it's only captured about 7 minutes and 30 seconds worth of frames. So basically what's happening here is it's dropping a lot of pictures for star trails and overexposure. We are close to the George Bush International Airport. It's probably about 15-20 miles away tops. We are also close to NASA, and they do have stuff going on over there. There's also quite a few satellites passing overhead. Those are also causing star trails. I am at 10-second exposures on this. I actually stayed up last night playing with 20-second exposures, and it did drop a whole lot of frames due to star trails because it was catching so much stuff. So I think that I am going to stick to 10-second exposures unless I go back out to marathon. So basically what we have going on here is we do have the light pollution going on. You can see that the stars don't seem quite as bright. Now we do have an apparent magnitude of 7.3 on Messier 29. It shows up really bright out in Liberty Hill, but here in Houston, it's very washed out. I'm really looking forward to playing with this in Lightroom and seeing how those pictures come out as well. And I'm going to go back to the base scene. And I'm actually going to try to get those videos for you, because as I was saying, I'm here near NASA and Space Center Houston, two different things. I did pull up some videos that explain to you a little about what each of the different places do, so I'm going to go ahead and line those up for you.
We would like to welcome you aboard Capsule Endeavour. Tape recorder's running, right? Tape recorder's running.
Oh, good, you're here. Now, where do we begin?
Our space odyssey begins in the 1960s on a stretch of Texas cattle land, destined to become NASA Johnson Space Center, the home of astronaut training and mission control. And then right next door, in 1992, Space Center Houston, the official visitor center of Johnson Space Center, opened its doors to chronicle NASA's journeys of space exploration.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
At Space Center Houston, we've been champions of curiosity for 30 years, showcasing the triumphs and challenges of human spaceflight with over 24 million visitors. And now, we invite you to join us on the next courageous endeavor as we reimagine our future. We will shift our focus to celebrate not only NASA's past achievements, but to facilitate new feats in space as humans return to the moon, onto Mars, and beyond. Our new facilities master plan will transform a 100-acre site into a state-of-the-art center to support the future of space exploration as Space Center Houston expands our campus and our partnerships to meet the needs of the growing space ecosystem. The cornerstone of this bold new vision will be a facility that simulates the cosmic terrains of the moon and Mars right here at Space Center Houston, allowing us to bring people and space even closer together. Creating new immersive experiences, appealing to space enthusiasts of all ages, while leading the way to prosperity and the growing space economy. With new ambition, new players, new challenges. Join us as we evolve to deliver on our mission, to reveal how science and humanity power space exploration. Welcome to the future of Space Center Houston.
So as you can see, two wildly different places, but they're both focused on space exploration and the future of the space program. As I talked about before, we do have the Artemis program. They've already launched Artemis 1, and Artemis 2 is scheduled for later this year. Hopefully we won't have any problems with it. I plan to be live streaming when that happens. And something else I noticed that is causing frames to drop is, as you can see, I am outside at the pool. There are people walking in front of the telescope, but I'm not going to be rude and ask them, hey, don't walk in front of it because I'm live streaming. That's just rude. I'm not going to ruin someone else's vacation just because I had a last-minute trip. Hopefully my next trip will be planned out better, and I will be able to have a room with a balcony. I did plan ahead for what to look at tonight based on what is surrounding us, because that's going to affect the altitude of what we can actually look at. I actually tried to point at a couple of different objects earlier. Messier 13, almost straight up. So I was getting a lot of overexposure from the building behind me. I also tried Messier 15, but it was too low on the horizon. There were trees, there were lights. I settled on Messier 29 because I'd already done this one, and I wanted to have those comparison pictures for you between a Bortle 4.5 sky and a Bortle 8 or 9. So we settled on Messier 29, but I'm going to load up Starry Night. And as you can see, I brought my compass out earlier, and I found my good area was between north and east-ish. So I went through the Messier object list, and I found objects that were in that range. Like I said, 52 was too low, 15 was too low. I didn't have 39. M29 is right about here. And M13, which I think I deselected. Where is M13? It's not showing on here. But that one was almost straight up, so I was unable to get it without getting a lot of light in the picture as well from the building. So because of where I'm at, I had to actually kind of use the software to plan what I was actually able to see based on the altitude of the objects and getting over the buildings and the trees. So that's how you plan for city stargazing, and as you can see, the sea star is fairly decent. When you're in the city, you are going to get a lot of light reflected in there. Like I said, I'm hoping to clean that up pretty decently in Adobe Lightroom. And unfortunately, that's about all I'm going to be able to do tonight because, like I said, my battery on my laptop is dying. I am currently sitting at about 33% of my battery remaining. So, again, thank y'all for joining me on this short live stream tonight. Next week's, as long as the sky is clear, should be better. And hopefully I'll have some video and some pictures to share with you from my trip to Space Center Houston tomorrow. So thank y'all, and you have a great evening.